a sudden, it just...
A vengeful storm tore through Winnipeg. The damage left behind. Also tonight, attacked while praying.
We are and have been always faithful.
How police are responding to a hate-filled shooting. And later, a boon for Brandon.
Scored!
One of Canada's biggest hockey games is coming to Wheat City.
CTV News. Live from downtown Winnipeg with Taylor Brock.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. It's been a summer of storms in Manitoba and last night was just the latest hit. We're seeing everything from a tree toppling into a Charleswood living room to thousands of people without power. CTV's Joseph Bernacki shows us the aftermath.
And all of a sudden, it just shot through the roof.
Charleswood resident Gunnar Friedrich and his wife were sitting in their living room late Wednesday night, watching a fast-moving storm. Friedrich says he stepped outside and saw a large branch from an ancient poplar tree in the front yard. Seconds later, adrenaline and sheer instinct kicked in.
And all of a sudden, we saw this massive tree just kind of like flapping up like this, like right out of the ground. And we were like, we have to get everything into another room. And then as soon as we did, that tree came right through our living room.
Friedrich's neighbor was shocked to see the aftermath Thursday. Extreme winds forced the tree's roots right out of the ground.
I've never seen a tree, being pulled out like this in my whole life. It's really scary.
In fact, those wind speeds on Wednesday exceeded 100 kilometers an hour, according to Environment and Climate Change Canada.
I would say probably in excess of 110 to 120 kilometers an hour over the city of Winnipeg. It's just been a trend towards a year with more rain and more wind and more severe weather.
And Proctor says the trend in weather patterns this year suggests there could be more storms to come as we approach the halfway point of summer. The damage from Wednesday's storm was not contained to Charleswood. This is what's left of the announcer's booth for football games in Maple Grove Park. And in Silver Heights, crews were hard at work restoring the downed farmers market at Food Fair.
We have to have this quick turnaround because we commit to these farmers for the season, right? Like, we need to make sure we can move their vegetables because this is their livelihood.
Meantime, Friedrich is hopeful insurance and city crews can help get their home back in order.
I just want to be able to move back in. Like, I know that there's a massive hole and everything, but I want to get the tree off my house, ideally.
Joseph Bernacki, CTV News, Winnipeg.
The City of Winnipeg says as of midday, nearly 700 storm service requests have been made. A spokesperson from Manitoba Hydro says as of 5 p.m. today, roughly 18,000 customers were without power, and lights are back on for more than 10,000 customers, most of whom are in Winnipeg. Turning now to an attack during a Transcona prayer service. Apparent bullet holes and smashed windows are being probed by hate crime investigators. Late last night, people were praying inside Rama Islamic Center when the violence began. Winnipeg police say they were called around 11:30 p.m. about a possible shooting at the Watt Street Mosque. Police say gunfire came from inside a vehicle, then people got out with weapons and used them on the building. Luckily, no one was physically injured, but it's left the community shaken.
We are and have been always faithful, peaceful contributors to our community, our neighbors, and our city. Our neighbors have demonstrated the same last night when they came out and support us with the law enforcement.
Of note, police say earlier that same day, a different violent incident was reported, saying a vehicle drove by the mosque with people inside yelling slurs at folks gathering outside. Police say they are stepping up patrols around this and other mosques in the area. Anyone with information or video footage is asked to contact investigators. No suspects have been identified yet. Rifles, ammunition, and a significant amount of drugs have been seized after RCMP searched a home in East Winnipeg. The force says officers carried out a search warrant Tuesday evening at a home on Goodfellow Way late in the day. That's in Transcona, not far from the intersection of La Jamodiere Boulevard and Regent Avenue. Police allegedly found a loaded semi-automatic rifle, a semi-automatic shotgun, ammo, 408 grams of cocaine, and roughly $150,000 in cash. Now, this all happened after a 37-year-old man was arrested earlier in the day as part of a drug trafficking investigation. He's now facing 11 firearms charges along with possession for the purpose of trafficking. A tragic update now to an attack we told you about last night. Police say the woman who was stabbed in the entranceway of Portage Place Mall has died. It happened Tuesday just before 3 in the afternoon. Police say the victim was 58-year-old Helen Annie Spence, who was a member of Grand Rapids First Nation but had been living in Winnipeg. A 23-year-old woman was arrested early Wednesday morning and remains in custody, charged with second-degree murder. A widespread mosquito spraying campaign is being swiftly launched as West Nile concerns ramp up. Provincial data collected last week shows high numbers of adult bugs with West Nile virus. The province says the recent heat wave in southern Manitoba is speeding up the pest growth, increasing the risk of a human infection. So it's spraying as soon as tomorrow. Exact date and times for the spraying will be posted on the province's and rural municipalities' websites, as well as details on how to apply for a buffer zone. Areas impacted include a 3-kilometer perimeter around Carman, Stonewall, West St. Paul, Winkler and parts of Winnipeg, and only parts of Manitoba's capital is going to be sprayed with that Delta Guard. It includes Kenniston and Northtown Road, King Edward and Old Commonwealth Path, and the North Perimeter at Provincial Trunk Highway 8. Ballet in the Park was canceled once again tonight. The Royal Winnipeg Ballet says it's because of both the high heat and damage to the site from last night's storm. All 3 scheduled performances at Lyric Theatre this week were canceled due to the temperatures. But you actually won't have to wait long to see the dancers in action. RWB Revealed is scheduled to take over True North Square between August 19th and 21st. The event offers you the chance to watch training and rehearsals for free between 9:30 a.m. and 7 p.m. A pack of cyclists are getting ready to hit the pavement. They'll be pedaling up a storm for a very important cause.
The Cycle of Hope is so much more than just a fundraiser.
Since 1994, the fundraiser has been supporting Habitat for Humanity's ongoing efforts to build safe and affordable homes for local families. This year, the goal is to raise $150,000, a big number for a big route. Participating cyclists will follow an 840-kilometer path winding through communities such as Steinbach, Morse, Brandon, and LaSalle.
Safe, affordable housing is so important for children, and it's just such a meaningful cause to help a low-income family achieve the dream of home ownership.
The 7-day ride gets underway August 3rd to 9th. For more details, you can head over to habitat.mb.ca. And here's our first look at tonight's weather. It's currently 16 degrees downtown. We are seeing pressure rise actually with humidity at 85% and feeling some lighter winds. Overnight in Winnipeg, we are expecting temperatures to drop to a low of 16 degrees as we see a few clouds in our sky. Tomorrow morning will be sunny and starts us off with 20 degrees. Coming up, a mother's call for help. Her son has autism and has gone missing many times. She says there's new tech that can track him, but the cost is out of reach. A Manitoba mom wants help tonight keeping tabs on her son who lives with autism because he's a flight risk. Shailene Chartrand is speaking out after a missing 11-year-old boy from Calgary was found dead this week. Chartrand says the tragedy hits close to home because her 10-year-old son, Brixton, has also gone missing before. CTV's Jeff Keel explains.
Like any mom, Shailene Chartrand keeps a close eye on her 10-year-old son at the playground. But she has to be more diligent than most.
He just doesn't have a sense of danger.
When he was 2, Brixton was diagnosed with autism.
He wasn't really hitting his milestones appropriately. He was walking on his toes. He was flapping his hands a lot. He also wasn't really trying to talk or communicate as much.
And Chartrand says Brixton likes to run. She says in a split second, he could be out the door and gone if one of these specialized locks is not secured. He has gone missing before, one time for a few hours. Luckily, he was found safe and sound.
Could die. He could get hit by a car. He could drown. It's a big fear. He could get taken because he doesn't understand.
She wants to get set up with a tracking device for Brixton, like this bracelet from the nonprofit organization Project Lifesaver Manitoba. The bracelet emits a signal that can be tracked on the ground for 1.5 kilometers and in the air for several kilometers. Chartrand says the cost is out of reach for her right now. She'd like the province to provide funding for families like hers.
I don't think parents should have to choose between that, like, their financial stability and keeping their child safe.
In a statement, Families Minister Nahanni Fontaine says they will continue working with families to improve accessibility and ensure children who need additional support can live as safely and independently as possible. I understand this family has reached out to my office, and we have reached out to them and to their case manager to learn more about their situation and better understand how we can support them. Chartrand is speaking out now because of a tragedy in Calgary where the body of a missing 11-year-old boy with autism was found.
Within a drop of a dime, it could just be your family.
Jeff Keel, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Project Lifesaver costs $600 to join, plus a $20 monthly fee. However, its website says the fee could be reduced through sponsorships. Now, those tracking devices can also be used by families who have loved ones living with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Down syndrome. Nurses working in the emergency department at the Bethesda Regional Health Centre are demanding action tonight to address patient safety. The Manitoba Nurses Union says currently there's only one triage nurse working at a time in the Regional Health Centre. This means the lone nurse can sometimes be responsible for as many as 30 patients at a time. And according to the union, it says it creates conditions where some patients wait more than an hour to be triaged and more than 8 hours to be reassessed. It wants the province to add a second full-time triage nurse to the ward.
Every nurse is terrified that they're going to have a death on their shift that shouldn't have happened. So these nurses have been asking for help for a very long time and have now put in writing to the Premier and the Minister of Health and to the senior management at Southern Health.
In a statement, Health Minister Uzoma Oseguera writes in part, in response to the concerns raised by nurses at Bethesda, we've been working with Southern Health Sante Sue to assess the region's staffing needs and will be working collaboratively with them and staff to explore all possible options to address the challenges raised, including adding a second triage nurse to help improve patient flow, support frontline staff, and strengthen patient safety in the emergency department. A longtime downtown business is closing its door. Signs posted at the Giant Tiger at Donald and Ellis says it's closing November 7th. Now, this isn't the first time the discount retailer has shuttered in Winnipeg in recent years. It closed a location on Main Street and another on McPhillips back in 2024. At the time, officials told CTV News while theft and violence were affecting its Winnipeg stores, it wasn't a factor in its decision to close. We reached out to Giant Tiger to ask why they decided to close this location. We're still waiting for a response. A controversial development adjacent to Granite Curling Club can go ahead as planned after variance appeals were rejected today. The appeal hearing was launched by well-known local developer John Winthrop.
There seems to be a lack of information, even when it's mandatory for all my clients to be submitting applications. I have not seen it here today. I've asked to see it. It has not been provided. In the absence of information, doesn't automatically make compliance with the charter. You're going to have one set of rules, apply them equally.
As you just heard, Winthrop accuses the city of applying its own rules unequally. Several individuals spoke against the appeal, including the project's architect who shared these artist renderings. The variance allows the proposed building to reach 126 feet instead of the typical 100 feet and provides for slightly narrower parking stalls. Executives with the curling club also spoke in support of the appeal, saying they hadn't been properly consulted. Ultimately, the appeal was rejected.
There has been precedence in height variances in similar areas adjacent to the legislature, and so I am satisfied with the slight variance in the height from 100 to 126, and it is a minimum modification in this particular area.
The proposed Granite Riverside Commons development plans to build a 12-story, 110-unit mixed-use building. Hockey Canada's National U18 Men's Club Championship is coming to the Wheat City next year. The Keystone Centre today announced it's been selected as the host for the 2027 Telus Cup.
And Hugh and Gardner out still scored!
You're looking at this year's bronze medal match, which went to the Regina Pat Canadians. The event brings together 6 teams from across Canada to compete for the national title. Organizers in Brandon celebrated the decision, saying it'll highlight not only Manitoba's passion for hockey, but also generate a significant amount of economic activity. The championship at the 4,600-seat arena, which is also home to the Brandon Wheat Kings, will run from April 19th to 25th. Winnipeg ComicCon has a real treat for fans of a cult fiction classic. They're bringing in 4 stars from the movie Starship Troopers.
Hey, kid, what's going on? War! We're going to war!
Casper Van Dien, Dinah Meyer, Michael Ironside, and Jake Busey will all be coming to Winnipeg for this year's Comic-Con. The 4 all starred in the 1997 movie, which was directed by Paul Verhoeven, who also directed RoboCop. In the nearly 30 years since it came out, Starship Troopers has won over a huge number of fans who now view it as a brilliant satire on fascism. The cast members will be signing autographs and taking pictures on Saturday, October 31st, and on Sunday, November 1st. Plans are growing for the Old X grounds, how Winnipeggers can get involved, plus hot and sticky. We'll show you when things kind of cool down. Still to come in your complete Skywatch forecast. Tonight's Skywatch photo is one of the many beautiful beach shots. Thank you to Anna for sending this one in of Pioneer Bay. You can send your weather photos to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca. Now, taking a look over the next couple of days here in Winnipeg, things will be hot but dry, so you're going to want to make sure you are watering your gardens. I'll move to the side here so we can take a look at the last, hopefully, of the heat warnings for the week. As you can see in northwestern Ontario, including Kenora in the just on the other side of our Manitoba border here, is still under this warning because of the heat. Here in Winnipeg and Manitoba, actually, we're not under this heat warning anymore. However, temperatures continue to, well, really feel high as that mercury doesn't quite rise as much as it has been over the next past few days. The next few will still be hot. Taking a look over the next couple of days with the rain here in Winnipeg, things will be quite dry. However, across northern Manitoba, we could be seeing some scattered showers, and the same actually goes for just the very southern edge of the border with Saskatchewan. We could be seeing some scattered showers tomorrow. I'm guessing at this point, though, a little likely to happen in the afternoon versus the morning. So if you are planning on maybe going camping for the long weekend in this particular region, maybe wait until Saturday to actually head out there. Taking a look across northern Manitoba, as mentioned, there is that chance of showers, particularly in Thompson and Churchill tomorrow. Tomorrow in Thompson, 25 degrees is your expected high. And as we move just to the west here, as you can see, a clear night along the Saskatchewan border. Tomorrow, though, mainly cloudy, including in Lynn Lake, where there's a chance of rain tomorrow, and a high of 24 is expected. Tonight in Brandon, temperatures drop to a low of 16 degrees. Tomorrow will be mostly cloudy, actually, with 27 degrees as your expected high. Here in Winnipeg, still hot with a high of 28 degrees expected for us tomorrow. However, mainly sunny, while our neighbors are a bit cloudier. And tonight in Kenora, we are expecting fog with a low of 17 degrees. Tomorrow, a high of 27 and very sunny. The same for Dryden, except mostly cloudy, but temperatures, again, that high of 27 degrees is expected. Looking at the next 7 days, as mentioned, very hot, including on the long weekend. Things actually aren't going to cool down until Monday with a high of 24 degrees, which is the coldest, I guess, that it's been over since the past week or so. A new community garden is set to sprout on the old exhibition grounds. By next July, we could be seeing planter boxes, a fountain, and new water service connections right here. It's all part of the city's plan to transform the spot using existing play equipment, trees, and light poles, which will be staying put here. The city plans on spending $675,000 on the garden. Details on the request for proposals can be found on the City of Winnipeg's website. Coming up, jumping back in time, we'll show you why these folks look like they've just stepped out of your third grade history books. Next. It turns out you can travel back in time with a visit to Upper Canada Village. It's a place to not only learn about history, but create memories that will last generations. Here's CTV's Peter Sperling.
Teresa Corbell remembers visiting Upper Canada Village as a child.
I remember the curds, the cheese curds, and I remember the bread from the bakery. I mean, that's the things kids remember, and the ice cream, of course.
Memories, now a tradition with annual trips.
I've been coming here since I was a little kid, and now I bring my family.
The immersive Living History Museum and Village, a popular destination.
Where visitors can come experience what life was like in 1866.
More than 40 preserved and reconstructed buildings come to life.
Can all of you see that?
It's not a static museum. You can come in, chat with the staff, and they will talk about what's significant about their building.
From seeing a blacksmith in action to lumber being cut on site at the village's sawmill.
It's called a steamed pudding.
You can watch traditional meals being prepared. The woolen mill producing blankets, yarn, and many more stops in the village to experience life along the St. Lawrence in the 1860s.
Of course, a popular attraction here at the village, all of the farm animals.
Piglets, horses, sheep, cows.
Oh, so cute.
What's it like petting a cow?
Fluffy.
Family-friendly fun.
It's very nice. It's very cool.
I think it's good for kids to be outside and know about farm animals and agriculture.
An attraction for all ages. And families can also take advantage of the Canada Strong Pass.
Oh, this is just a wonderful place.
So much to see, so much history.
Upper Canada Village is located in Morrisburg, about an hour drive southeast of Ottawa.
It's just a great place to visit, to learn something about the past.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
As many parents know, it's summer camp season, but when these kids talk about seeing a snake, they don't mean the hissing kind.
Because if you're like more of a hands-on person, it's a fun thing to do.
Campers at the Verdun Career Center in Quebec are learning all about pipe fittings, soldering, welding, and plumbing. It's a free camp aimed at attracting young people who are curious about what a career in the trades could look like. It's so popular that plans are in the works for a 2-week camp next summer. Coming up, borrowing a backhoe. The damage done after a shirtless thief went for a joyride, and we'll break down tomorrow's forecast next.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
Well, the heat warning may be over here in Winnipeg, but that doesn't mean it's not hot. Temperatures tomorrow are expected to reach a high of 28 degrees Celsius. However, with that humidity, it could feel more like a 33. So if I were you, I would make sure your ACs are still running because it's going to be hot throughout Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Police have made a arrest after a bizarre joyride that happened in San Diego.
Sitting there drinking some coffee, and I hear loud bangs and booms and glass. I seen him coming down University east in the excavator, bucket dragging.
Well, as you can see, it's all caught on camera. A thief taking a backhoe for a spin. Witnesses say they hit street signs, street lights, and trees, all while the thief was shirtless. Damage at one business is thought to be worth around $25,000 US. The accused is also facing several charges. And that is it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, and good night.